everyone, so today I thought I would show you a little comparison for my brand new concealer versus our concealer that we currently have. So this is my new concealer. This is the Skin Solution Concealer, which is really high coverage, so it'll be really good for all your blemishes, which I will definitely show you in a second, as compared to our original concealer, which is the Skin Perfecting Concealer. So the difference is obviously the coverage. They're both still great products, so if you do still love this one will be replacing it. So you can still stock up on this one, and get as many as you want if it's your favorite. But I am going to tell you that you will not regret getting this new concealer. They have the same great consistency and all of that. This one actually dries more to a powder finish as compared to this one. And obviously it's covering more. So the color matches are still exact. These are both the shade Organza, so you will be able to get your same shade. It's $29, which is the original price anyways. There also will be some new shades coming out. So this will be coming in our newest lightest shade, Marquisette. So anyone who wears the shade Scarlet for foundation, that will definitely be your go-to concealer shade. As well as some more deeper and darker shades coming earlier next year. So those are currently in the works. So I'm going to show you an example. This has become my new favorite. Of course, as a presenter, I have my hands on this first. It is launching October 1st, so it's not available just yet. So in the meantime, you can, of course, still use this concealer, but it will eventually be phasing out. I'll let you know exactly when, because I don't have a timeline on that yet. But let's show the difference. So to begin with, I'm going to show you, this is still good. I'm not bashing this concealer. Of course, it's still really, really good. But this one, the new one, is obviously more high coverage, which a lot of people do need, some people don't need. But I know it's a highly requested item. So we'll start with this. I'm just going to take a little bit just to show you. So this, I'm going to put a little bit on my actual blemishes and just kind of blend those out with my beauty blender. So this still does a really, really good job at covering those and covering the redness, which, we all need. So it does a good job. Of course, you can put more on. I'm just putting a little bit to show you the coverage that you could get with just a little bit. But of course, I have a little bit more here, so I could add a little bit more. And of course, I'll be using this with a primer as well. I'm just not just for the purpose of showing you how it works. So it still does a good job. I mean, my redness is gone. Blemishes are okay, but of course you'll also be wearing this with a foundation. So it does pretty good. I mean, even if you want to go on the under eye as well a little bit, it does really good at getting rid of the dark circles and all of that. So it's still a great concealer. But then if we want to go ahead and just show a comparison, of course, this is with it on. And if I want to take this off, I mean, all of that was just concealed with that concealer. So it's really good. But with my new Skin Solution Concealer, this covers everything. And the thing I really like about it as well is that it has a applicator. So we no longer have to apply it to a beauty blender or a finger or a brush. I just like to scrape a little bit off. It has a doe foot applicator. It carries a lot of the product right in the center. And really all you need is the slightest, like tiny, tiny bit to go a long, long way. So you really don't need a lot. So this is going to last you a long time. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, and of course still use my beauty blender. This also dries in a powder form, so you won't have to worry about it being tacky, and you can layer it up, which is what I'm going to do as well. Some areas, of course, are going to need a little bit more, but still, this is probably way too much, because it does, like, as you can see, it spreads really evenly, so you're really going to get that coverage that you really are looking for, especially for bigger blemishes. So this dries a bit more of a matte powder and does a really, really good job at covering. And of course, you can layer it up as much as you want. Obviously, the deeper blemishes are going to be a little bit harder to cover with any concealer, but this is supposed to cover immaculately. So as we can see, yeah, blemishes are like non-existent. You know, the redness is taken out of them. Your skin is no longer red or dark circles. I mean, this is a comparison without any concealer, with concealer. Of course, once again, you're going to be having foundation on as well. But the coverage is really, really good. So this is, like I said, $29, launching October 1st. We'll be replacing our original guy here, the regular concealer, but it does an even better job. And of course, as you can see, the colors are exactly the same. There's no, difference in that. So you won't have to worry about getting your perfect shade, and it's covering so much more on your skin. And like I said, just a little bit goes a long way. So, you can layer it up like I did, depending on, the severity of your skin and the texture. And of course, I'm not wearing primer, so it all makes a difference. But this is honestly my new favorite. So I would highly suggest, if you're a little unsure, you can of course stock up on this and get as many as you want. But I think when the time comes, making the plunge to this, even if you're scared to try it, it's really, really good. And for comparison, again, we can take this off and you'll see just how much this has covered. So it does show you a lot of redness that my skin has, and just how much it covered all of that, even without foundation. So this is launching October 1st, $29. I believe there are 19 shades, possibly maybe 20 because of the new Marquisette shade. But don't quote me on that. If you're interested in this, I'll definitely be announcing when it gets further, and posting the link to get it October 1st. But this is going to be the new change. So we will no longer have this one anymore, and we'll be having our new skin correcting concealer. So if you have any questions about this, or need a color match, you can definitely go ahead and comment below or message me, or you can visit my website to browse any other products or look for this original concealer if you're interested at www.simplyperfectglam.com.